Check out the major move in Microsoft. Shares of the company jumping to a fresh all-time high Thursday on the back of a bullish note by Citi. The firm upping its price target on the stock to a street high of $378 a share. Analysts pointing to recovering budgets, an uptick in expected reseller growth, and an increase in consumption of its products. I'm joined by Gina Sanchez of Lido Advisors, Chantico Global, and Bill Baruch of Blue Line Capital. What are your takes on the tech titan, Gina? Let's start with you, ladies first.
So Microsoft has a lot of tailwinds. One is the reopening of the economy, but the other is that the trend that was established before the pandemic was very strong for Microsoft's cloud business, which is an enormous part of their business now and still growing. And the pandemic just fueled that growth even more. And so if you look, about a third of their revenues are coming out of the cloud business, but another third is actually coming out of gaming as well, which has also done really well. I mean, these segments have just fired on all cylinders, and the outlook for the hybrid work environment, continued focus on business continuity, all of those feed into Microsoft's core businesses.
And so even though, Gina, it's at a fresh all-time high, does it feel like a right time still to put some money to work if you don't already have a position in Microsoft?
So we think that the outlook for Microsoft is very strong. And, you know, I own Microsoft personally. Lido Advisors owns it in their client strategies. And so this is obviously a name we really believe in, but we don't think it's just a short-term name. We think this name had a lot more to go before the pandemic. The pandemic makes it even stronger. Coming out, it's going to be even stronger. So we think that this is a long-term hold.
Bill, what's your take on Microsoft?
It's a staple within your portfolio, and you need to have it. It's one of our top three individual holdings, along with Apple and Alphabet. Essentially, who's ever's having the better week is jockeying to be the larger position. Now, I love the tailwinds you're seeing from Citi here and others talking about the IT spending narrative. I think that's great. At the end of the day, it's a stock that continues to have a different story that powers it to a new level. In the earnings that we've seen, earnings next week, it's been at a earnings growth like a 40% clip for the last several years, year over year. You know, I think the very strong balance sheet is something to lean on as well. But at the end of the day, too, you got really great technicals, and the technical landscape within this stock has been tremendous. I mean, the pullbacks have hit support perfectly. The breakouts have been textbook breakouts and then rechecking support, just as we've seen here. We saw in the chart that provided a breakout of this wedge formation, and we've come back and we check it right at 275. So it's a very nice, clean breakout right here, not only for the price of the stock, but you also the ADX, the average directional index, is showing that this market is trending better, and it has broken out of a downtrend line of the directional index itself. So I think this is signaling that we could see this thing trend higher. If you're not in it and you want to look at a tight sort of risk range to look at, as this thing stays above 275, I mean, there's no question about it. You've got to be long. I plan on being long for the long term, and it's just, I think it's going to be heading higher.